Hey everybody, it's Christy with ColeArtistry. Thanks for joining me tonight. Before we get started, I just want to say hello to a couple new subscribers. Jackie 21 from Fluid Art, and Linda, welcome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. So tonight I'm going to be working on a 12 by 24 inch level 3 canvas, and I'm going to combine a bunch of fluid art techniques together. I haven't done this in a really long time, so I thought I would try this out again, and I'm going to bring you down, and then I'm going to have you follow me through the whole process. So bear with me, and I'll get the camera set up and we'll be right back. Okay everybody, I am back, and again this is a 12 by 24 level 3 canvas. It's an Artists Loft canvas, and we have a lot going on tonight. We are going to be taking some white that I have mixed up. It's my Blick Acrylic white, Floetrol, and water. I also have it in my squeeze bottle. So between these two I'm going to fill the canvas part of the way up here, and then the rest of the way, more like 3/4, is going to be colored this time. And I have a few pieces of equipment here that we're going to use tonight. So I have my assorted sticks, my little people, my skewers, and my tongue depressers. I'm going to be using those. I have some paint brushes that we're going to be using. I have a sheet of plastic that we're going to be using. I have a couple of balloons, and I have my colors and some gloves because I tend to get messy, so I think I'm going to wear gloves tonight. Alright, so let me show you the plan for tonight. So again, we're going to flood the canvas, and it's going to be a split. We're going to be using white on the top and the colors on the bottom. The colors that we're going to be using tonight are a black cherry that I mixed up. Okay, that's going to be an accent color. We're going to be using my Deco Art Extreme Sheen Metallic 24 karat gold. Let's see, I want you to be able to see these. Okay, next we're going to be using my Artists Loft Metallic Red. We are going to be using Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple. We are going to be using Liquitex Basics Alizarin Crimson Hue Permanent. I mixed up in my Artists Loft Metallic Lemon Yellow bottle. I took the metallic yellow and I added some orange and brown to make sort of a mustardy color. Then we're going to be using Liquitex Basics Prussian Blue. And last but not least, I took metallic Cobalt Blue and I added some deep green and a touch of black to make a darker turquoise blue. Okay? So those are my colors for tonight, and we are going to do some crazy stuff with this tonight. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so I thought it'd be fun to show you guys how much fun acrylic painting can be when you kind of just let yourself go with it. So here we go, and I am wearing gloves just because this, I think, is going to get pretty messy. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to get our colors on the canvas. And we're going to start out with our white. And I hope I have enough. I mixed up this bottle. Oh yeah, I have enough. I have like a gallon around here someplace. Where's my gallon of white? Here you are. Okay. So I forgot I mixed this bottle up. So this is my Blick Acrylic white, and I mixed it, this is my flood paint, and I mixed it with Floetrol and water. So give me a second and I'll show you. I just mixed up a gallon of it because I've been going through it so quickly. So we will just simply refill the bottle with this gallon, and then we'll be on our way again. When I'm mixing my batches, I use 80 grams of Floetrol, 40 grams of paint, and 30 grams of water. And then for quarts and this gallon, I just had to multiply it. So for this gallon, the first set, because I didn't want to mix too much, the first set I just multiplied it by 11 and mixed up the batch that way. And I like to mix it up almost in smaller batches first, because if I'm off at all, when I put it into the gallon, I can mix all that together and then I'll be okay. If I mix them up separately, like if I was to mix this bottle and then mix a separate this one and not combine the two, one of them could be off by just a little bit, and then it will show on my painting later. Okay, so we've refilled this bottle with our white that we mixed all this up with. So let's finish this off. I'm going to give it a good dosing because, like I said, it's a level 3 and I want to be sure it's covered. Alright, I'm not going to do the bottom because that's where all our beautiful colors are going to go. I'm going to use my hair dryer because it'll be a little faster to get this blown around. Hang on just a second. It's always faster if the extension cord you're using is actually plugged in. I forgot I vacuumed, so I unplugged it. All right, here we go. Whoops. We're just going to have all kinds of fun tonight. Here we go. Now somebody told me to turn the hairdryer upside down, but the way my hands are, I don't know how this is going to work. So we got our white smoothed out pretty nice. Like I said, someone on one of my comments had said to turn my hairdryer around the other direction and hold it that way. One of the problems I have is I have had some what they call dequerbins in my wrists. It's from 20 years of typing, keyboarding on computers, and I don't have good control in my thumbs anymore. So it's a little bit harder for me to do things that seem simple to other people without extreme pain. Now that wasn't too bad. I didn't feel the ache until I was almost done. So we'll try that a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so we have our white on. It actually flowed on beautifully, nice and smooth. I see one little bubble right there. Other than that, I don't even see any bubbles. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add our colors down here. Okay, so I'm just going to add, I'm going to take off the lids. There we go. All right, so this is a black cherry that I had mixed up, like I said. So we are just going to add some black cherry. Okay, next we are going to put in the gold. This is what's fun about doing these kind of paintings versus just a regular Dutch pour blowout, is you can do this squiggle, okay, a million times, and every time it's going to come out different, which is what makes it so much fun, because you never know exactly how it's going to come out. Okay, we're going to add our metallic red. Next is Dioxazine Purple. And I actually chose these colors off of a video that Jilly Cube from Queensland, Australia, she had done something with some of these colors, and then I decided to, like the black cherry, she had done her own color of a, oh, I forgot what she calls it, something berry. And then she has a couple other colors. So I kind of took that with me and I'm adding my own little colors to it. Again, it may get muddy, it may not, it may be, I'm thinking it's going to be really colorful, which is what I'm hoping for. And then this one, okay, so this is sort of a mustard yellow. I don't use yellow a lot, as you know. But when she put this mustardy yellow in there, it actually helped the painting look really good. So I'm trying it. Okay, Prussian Blue. Wow, that's a lot of paint. A lot of paint and a lot of colors. And last but not least, my metallic Cobalt Blue mixed with what did I mix it with? I said black and, I said it at the beginning of the video. It's dark green, metallic Cobalt Blue, black. I think that's what it was. But some of these colors will give us a nice shimmer and shine because they're metallics. All right, there's our colors. Doesn't look like much right now. Alright, so we're going to put those off to the side, and what we are going to do, I believe it's this bottle. I hope this is the one. Okay, so I have this bottle of titanium white. Now I have to check. Yeah. Okay, so I believe it is this bottle. Okay. I guess we're going to find out. This is playtime. So I'm going to take, and I'm just going to run a small bead, if I can pour it decently, a small bead of this white across the top here, like so. And then I'm going to take this piece of plastic, okay, it's just a, in between my canvases, this plastic comes in there and I just cut it up. And I'm going to take this at the top of where I put that white, and I'm just going to run this down all of our beautiful colors. Okay, and then we're going to wipe it off. Now, I don't think you can see this, but what is coming up here is already absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to wipe off my plastic in case I need it again. But what I did was, in this Artists Loft Titanium White, it's a level 2 paint. I only had a small amount left in this bottle. So what I did was I added my cell creator, which I don't like to use, but I wanted these cells. And I'm going to see if I can get you a couple of snaps of that so that you can see the cell action that's going on. is we're going to tilt it a little bit to get it to run down the sides, and then we're going to let it set. I'm going to let it set a little bit and then do some balloons popping on it after I blow out a little bit at the top here. That is really cool. The colors are amazing on this. So let's do our tilting now, because again, I do want more than just straight lines. So I'm going to tilt. I hope you guys can see this. I want to tilt it off so it goes down the side and the bottom, and it's nice and liquidy. So we're going to go off the other side. And that's also going to help stretch our cells. Okay, we're going to go off that side. And then I want to go down a little bit on the bottom, and then I want to bring it back up a little bit sideways. Okay, so can you guys see what's happening? All right, now we're going to set it back down. There we go. Just set it down. It's running down the sides, which is good. And that'll keep dripping down, so we want to help it by making sure that there's enough paint on here. So I'm literally just taking my glove finger, hence the gloves, because this is messy. And I'm not adding any paint, I'm just taking what's starting to drip and tapping it to fill in, and then that will help the top paint continue to flow down. Does that make sense? I hope that does. Okay, so now we have that filled in, so anything that runs down, I do need a little here, anything that continues to run down the sides now will be covered using the paint that's already started to drip. Like here, I had to add, tap, 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 and fill it in. And then it'll have something to help it move down the sides. Just like when you add the white or your flood color. Okay, now, these gloves are getting messy. I am going to take my OXO spatula, and I'm going to make sure that my white is covering these sides well. Okay? Because we want to make sure that we have a nice smooth layer of white on the sides for it to drip down. And we missed a big spot over here. No color, so we're just going to add the white. And then we're going to smooth this because it didn't make it either. Beautiful. Okay, now on you guys' end, this is a big canvas, so I'm just going to run it across, and then I will fix, since it's all white anyway, I can fix that later. Okay, so I brought you back. Oh, look at it, I got a new torch finally. So let me figure this thing out. You push this button, and then you hit that, and then you turn this up and down. All right. Torch it just to make sure that when we start blowing this, look at that. It says child lock. I like that. So that was a birthday present from my son. Isn't that cute? All right. Thank you, son. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to do, like I said, was I want to blow some of these out a little bit. And I'm going to try the straw first. If I don't like that, then I'm going to use my hairdryer. That is really cool. It's so many colors. It's so pretty. Now what I want to be careful with is I need to make sure that I let some of this dry a bit before I start ballooning it. So pretty. Beautiful. Okay. And I'm going to take one of my little skewers here, and I'm going to drag some of the lower colors. So like this is all green here, so I'd like to drag, I think I'm going to use a little wider side, because I see it is going to skinny up a little bit. And see if I can get some of the purples, maybe the red, the black cherry, the blue here, to pull through the other colors and just give me a little bit more to work with here. Color under there. I love how the selling is happening here. By dragging that up, let's see if I can get this cleaned up a little bit. By dragging these colors up with the cell creator that's in there, it's making beautiful cells in certain areas. So with our metallics as well. So I'm using it more at a side angle to make them just enough to spread them out a little bit more. Now it will close itself up. So just a little bit right now. Okay, and then I'm going to get my center, my main color back down here just a little bit. There we go. I want to maintain some color in here. I know this we're going to be ballooning, and so we're going to need room for that. Move my spatula and stuff out of the way. And I keep these paintbrushes out too because they're quite inexpensive, but when they first come, they have such a nice tip to them before you start using them, and so they're great for this kind of stuff. They're great for doing that, and then just gently wipe them off and you can keep using them. So I'm just looking now to see, and I see my white. Okay, so my white beautifully sliding down the sides. You can feel where it's not covered. There's nothing that says you can't play in the paint, because I do it all the time. I think on one of my last videos, and no one commented on it, but I not only got my hair in the paint, but I also had paint on my cheek. And I didn't notice it until after I'd cleaned everything up and was getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden I went, what is that? And here, right on my cheek, I had some paint. Okay, I'm going to test this now. It's been sitting for a little bit. I just don't want to ruin it by tapping into it too early. Let's just see. I've got two size balloons here. I have one that I've made a little bit larger. Okay, and then I've got this small one. And the goal is going to be, and I have only done this once before, so don't expect much. But I am going to attempt to do some of these, what Julie calls balloon kisses. So you tap the paint and wipe it off. Now she did say if it starts to pool together that the paint is too wet still. So if you notice, this one kind of is pooling here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to let this set for I think she said like 15 minutes. I follow the ones that know what they're doing with this, and Julie is, as far as I'm concerned, is the best that I've seen so far. So I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to let this set up a little bit longer, and then I'll come back and we'll start doing the balloon kisses. But so far it is gorgeous. I never thought to do something this colorful before. So I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I am back, and I have been testing this every 5 minutes or so for the past 40 minutes, and it's finally getting tacky enough to do. So as you can see, I already started stamping it, but I'm going to keep doing these little balloon kisses. I'm wiping them off here. And I love the colors, and the colors that are coming out of here are beautiful. The mixture, it's stunning. Okay, so I am back, and I just wanted to show you, this was a really messy project for me. I have this the way I want it. I added some butterfly kisses up here, and they're really sprouting beautifully. So I'm going to bring the camera down again and show you what I've got for the final wet product. I think it came out really, really pretty. I'm kind of shocked at the way it's coming out. It's got a lot to settle down yet, but I wanted to remind you, before you let this finish drying, make sure that you scrape your edges. You want to get all of the extra paint that is on the edges off of there, so that the composition doesn't keep dripping off the painting. Down here seems to be pretty dry, but I got a lot of white that I had to redo that is now coming off the canvas. So you've scraped that. I'll wait 10 minutes and I'll scrape it, and then I'll wait 10 minutes and I'll scrape it one more time, and then I think we should be good on this one. Get my popsicle sticks back up where they belong so we're level. Right there. Alright, I'm going to grab the camera and I'm going to bring you down. I think this came out, for my first try, very pretty. So I'll be right back. Here is the final wet painting. Look at all the little butterfly kisses that I did, or balloon kisses. Aren't they pretty? It really brought out the colors from underneath. And then look what's going on up here. This is where I took the color from here, after dabbing the balloon in here, and putting it up here. And some of these cells are just starting to pop. So they're going to make little butterfly, who knows what they're called. But I think this painting came out really pretty for being a technique I have only tried once before. But look at that. It's so pretty.